Man, oh man, here we are. I feel so nauseous, and there's two reasons. I mentioned this in the last episode. I'm getting over food poisoning, which was absolutely terrible. Horrific. I've never been through that much pain. I mean, I have when I was going through labor, but that was pretty bad. So I'm still nauseous from that. But then the last episode was a lot. Like, I'm not really sure. Sometimes I question things that are able to be shown on television. Yeah. So I'm fighting this. I'm feeling nauseous, I guess. But the last episode was just too much, and I'm pushing myself to watch to go into the next one. This one, the finale of season 1. I just I want to see what happens, and so I hope I can make it through. I've got some coconut water here, and I've got regular water, and I've got my little kitty Seek. I really feel like James is about to go through some really troubling things, and it's just so crazy because he's just like a genuinely good guy, and he's just been through hell because of other people's unresolved trauma. Yeah, it's usually what it comes down to, I guess. People just not taking accountability or responsibility and then turning into monsters. So here we are. I'm going to jump on countdown for the full-timer reactions, which you can find on my Patreon, as well as just being ahead there. I do the double drops on Patreon as well as YouTube. Okay. Am I ready for this? Honestly, I should have named my cats Claire and Jamie, because I have an orange cat who looks like James, and I have this sweet little girl, Seek, who's just the prettiest little girl, and she reminds me of Claire. But they're just like playing. They're so freaking cute. I don't want to see any more people being hanged. Oh, yay, we get to have a great, like, beautiful, sweet music, and after we killed 50 people. I don't know how people do this. The cognitive dissonance. For England. Oh no. So it happened. Oh my god. And he's right there with him. I just don't know how do you come back from that? Yeah, so how do you save Jamie's soul? After this, Jamie is gonna turn into a different person. No, shoot! Can they kill him? Please? Good. Step on that. Jump on it.
Easy, lad. Easy. We're getting you out of here. Aye. Come.
It's really tough. This is so tough to watch. Just knowing what happened to him, and yeah. No, he's like his father. It's like the perfect guy to save him.
Get off it, man!
Yeah, that
What's
would
wrong
happen.
with you, lad? It's clear.
That's gonna be happening a lot.
Pardon the interruption, but will you be wanting tea, or can I get this wagon moving?
I mean, literally, this series is all about how to break a man's soul, an innocent man. How do we make good people bad and like completely traumatized? How? Let's keep doing that. Let's just keep ruining people's lives. You never think of like the aftermath. Like we all like this the cool like savior thing, like the heroic rescue. But what happens after?
The worst is over now. You'll see.
So he's gonna bathe him? He is really sadistic. Like, he's so scary.
You are a magnificent creature.
Yeah, it's true. But you are disgusting. Like, ay. I've never seen this type of situation happening to a man on screen. I think this is very important, because this shows like anybody who's in any anybody who's in any form of power can really anybody can be hurt. Anybody.
I know you can do better.
Oh my god. I'm not watching it. I can't. Dude, can we... I don't want to watch this. Can we skip through? We got it. Showrunners, we all understood. I thought this was... We all understood what was happening.
I just want this to be a pleasant experience for us both.
I'll do what you must. Take your pleasure and be done with it.
He probably likes that genuinely.
And I refuse to let you spend the rest of your life a cripple. So let me do my job.
No, that's not... Oh, that's not fair. Now he's...
Matters not to me.
Jamie.
I mean, it's not fair because it's like he's saying he doesn't feel like his body is his own anymore. It's just do as you wish, do as you wish.
I need water and clean cloth.
I have them ready for you.
He's just going to keep going back and forth.
Clean thread too.
I genuinely believe they didn't need to do this. Like, genuinely. We knew.
Setting his middle finger required exerting considerable force in order to draw the ends of the splintered bone back through the skin.
Yeah, you gotta have a steel stomach for that. It's
Rescued
interesting
by
that she's
I know I was already
blaming
married.
herself.
I'd become...
Man, she said literally everything.
A miracle, perhaps.
The one time you're like, you're like, thank God someone actually does get this.
Whatever your sins might be, have faith that they will be forgiven.
That is one thing I really do appreciate about God and Christian faith.
Et Filii, et Spiritus Sancti.
There's just some burdens that are way too heavy to just carry on yourself, and to be able to get away from that is healthy.
He still refuses any food.
You need sustenance.
Don't touch him.
That's looking better.
Oh, so it might be...
Once we have you healed up, we can begin a regime of massage and exercise.
She doesn't know. Like, he might have cut him inside.
Is there not eating?
Same thing happened to my uncle. A tree fell on him, his arm. Lost it up to the shoulder.
So nobody realizes that he was assaulted, I guess.
Show me.
Wow.
Do it.
He's just completely, like, broke him down in many ways. So that might be where he's getting an infection then. I don't know. I'm nauseous.
Martha's gone to find a boat for France, where he can forget this ever happened.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. He's not going to be able to forget any of this.
You must eat for Mistress Claire's sake, if not for your own.
He's going to feel like he's contaminated and
And you have her worried sick.
not good enough for her anymore.
Your blade, hand it over. Put me out of this black misery.
Jamie, you don't mean it.
Hand it over.
No, I won't.
Wow, this is such a complicated situation.
Die like an animal in the woods with his foot caught in a trap if it comes to the time when he's past the point of healing.
He does need time. Oh, God.
You collapse like a sack of grain. Skid the piss right out of me.
He will writhe in torment until he makes an end of himself, unless he can be led back into the light.
This is what I was just saying in the last episode.
Are you saying the lad's doomed?
I'm saying that maybe the only way to save Jamie is for someone to step into the darkness with him.
Oh. Well, that's a beautiful way. Damn. Step into the darkness with him. If only people would do that we would all do that for each other. I mean, obviously, there has to be good like, we have to know, like, that person is actually trying to be good. But there's a lot of us in darkness, right? And
To find out exactly what happened in that room between you and Randall.
oh, he needs to
What
say
you're
it.
holding back.
You already know.
Oh my God. I mean, that's the least of my concerns. Whatever, like, that is not.
We can remove it.
You can't understand. Claire, Randall didn't just use force to get what he wanted from me.
I manipulated you. You were vulnerable. But this is hard for anybody to understand. Especially, I feel like men wouldn't get it. Not that women understand this either, but geez, like...
You made love to me, Claire. That's all of Lavender.
So he's, you know what the thing is he like literally is setting the mood and he's taking care of Jamie. He's like being really rough with him and then really gentle and rough and then gentle. It's very confusing.
These are Claire's hands. Think of Claire. Think of your wife.
So it's like he's going to have an aversion to his own wife. Like making love to her ever again. Psychological stuff he did to Jamie. Oh, and because he has the long hair. Oh, God.
Claire's here.
I mean, he's been in prison for like several, like maybe a week or a few days. He hasn't been eating very well. He's already on the brink of losing his mind and like his sanity. He just saw his friend get hanged and he's been tortured for like hours.
How could she ever forgive you?
No, you dumbass. She loves him. That's the one thing you don't realize because you don't know what love is.
I couldn't help myself, Claire. It felt so good not to be in pain.
Then you guys are going to work through this.
I'm afraid I wouldn't forgive you. There's nothing to forgive.
I cannot be your husband any longer.
No, man.
And I will not be less
Through thick and thin, you guys cut your hands.
No, he broke me.
No, he didn't.
Broke me, Claire.
You belong to no one else but me.
And to
And I
yourself,
belong to
James. You can put back the pieces.
Feeling I will die without your touch, but when you do touch me, I want to vomit with
It's going to
shame.
take time.
No, you're my husband, James Fraser.
Right.
How can you have me like this?
Because.
I will have you any way I can.
Yeah. Because that's what love is.
The laudanum, please.
No. I want to be awake. You cut him out of me.
Ooh. Ooh. Wow. Oh my God. Ooh, cook it.
Keeping you and Jamie out of harm's way proves to be a full-time occupation.
Oh.
Kiss you farewell.
No, you may not. Far too final.
Oh.
You may kiss me au revoir.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Seriously.
I'm so sorry.
I lost my head.
Oh my goodness.
Goodbye
These
to you.
guys are crazy, but I love
bless you.
them.
Very gallant.
Piss off the lie,
You're a dash, Shanna. You used to be.
I needed that laugh.
You tell him Angus Moore sends his best, eh?
Angus is great. Oh. Oh, Murtaugh's so great too. I love Murtaugh so much. I'm dying. That was so awesome. The last few moments of just what we just witnessed was so awesome.
Should I get a bucket?
Glad to see you're regaining your sense of humor.
I'm trying.
Be all right, won't it? And we'll be all right.
I mean, that's the
I'll
point.
see to it.
It's
We're
gotta keep
headed
trying.
into an unknown future, and
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
what if we could stop it from happening? The Rising, Culloden. What if we could stop all of it?
Yes, pull a Quentin Tarantino, please.
The two of us.
I love that about his movies. Some of his movies.
Matt assures me that once we're underway, you'll be too seasick to have a conversation. I'm pregnant.
Wow.
You said you were unable to.
Apparently, I was wrong.
Wow.
They're fun.
I don't understand what he's saying, but I get it.
I never thought I'd be able to see
such a thing again, but yes, I'm very happy indeed, Sasana.
I'm glad Murtaugh is with. Oh God. My family. I'm somewhere. I'm the ring on her finger. I'm just somewhere in this. I'm the curls in their hair. Oh man. Aww. This is so sweet. Oh my god. This is so awesome. I have no idea how where this goes now. Where the show goes from here. Wow, 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 wow. What a way to end this. I will say I could have done without seeing all this, the stuff that was done to him, but maybe in a way, like, oddly enough, maybe it is necessary. I guess. I don't know. I think it's important for people, for all of us to experience these things in a dark way so that we can have some empathy for others who go through these types of things, because it just kind of, it shows, it makes the world a bit bigger, where you're like, wow, this happens to people. Like, this has happened to many people. It's happened to people today. It's the way that it was done, and everything that Jamie was going through and wanting to die, and seeing Randall and all of that. You know, it's so, yeah, it's very realistic, and it's just done so well. It reminds me of our bodies. Our bodies go through so much from birth, just the process of just being created in the womb, like that process, just from the beginning, the sperm meeting the egg and all of that. And then from there, the work that goes into creating our, the teeny tiny little body we have until, we grow, until we are able to leave our mother's womb. And then from there, where we go, and the things that happen to us that are really great and really, really, really awful, the things that are out of our control. And finally, when you're an adult and you can take control of your life for once, just the scars, that the metaphorical and the real scars that are upon our bodies as we age, and the wrinkles and just the being weathered by life, by pain, by trauma. Jack Randall said something like about the scars, like how does it feel to be alive yet have like dying flesh on you, or something like that. And it's just interesting to hear that. It's just like, it did make me think about the things that we will have to go through, whether it be physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, but that we have to keep striving to move forward. It doesn't matter what happens. And I would really, if Jamie had taken his life, it's like, it's not like you would be angry at the guy. You would understand. You would just understand. But that would then be like James Randall taking his soul forever. Like, he won in that situation. And the point is whether someone does anything to your body or your mind, that at the end of this day, this is our body, it's our mind. We are in control no matter what happens. It's ours. We are our own people. We own ourselves. And if people take advantage of that and they hurt you in that way, it doesn't mean that you are any less. It is that person's issue. Clearly, we can see that. Like, this person, Jack Randall, is out of his mind, and he would do anything to get his way. And I just found the thing that Mr. Randall, didn't really realize was real love, true love. It will go through anything. There is nothing that gets in the way of true love. Yeah, it was just very well done. It just very well done moment. It was dark. It was really tough to watch that, but I just think that whole process was important. And the shame of surrounding that, I mean, this is a heavy topic, but it is, like, as a woman and someone who has had my fair share of having, like, in my younger years, getting blacked out, drinking, going out and not being in control of myself and not being protective of myself because going through traumas and not realizing it. Like, things have happened, you there's just things that happen and people don't talk about it. There's a shame in it. But it happens more often than not. Like, people are assaulted in different ways. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but yeah, there's been situations where not in that extreme, but I can understand where you just feel like your body is not yours. And it's really a frightening feeling. It really is. And yeah, this is so important. It's just important. And it's the other half of it, the other part of it, which was, Randall was trying to destroy Jamie completely and destroy the one thing that he can't ever have. Like, he cannot have love because he doesn't have love in his heart, and he knows that. And he's trying to, like, he's like in the movie Fern Gully, there was like this big dark demonic like goo oil spill thing that's trying to like take over the forest. He is that. He's trying to take over and he wants his pain to take over everyone else's pain. He doesn't want to be alone in his suffering, especially when he meets someone as grand as Jamie. So he's like, I want to bring you down. So he tries his best. I mean, he really psychologically manipulated him into having an aversion to his wife. But again, he really did not realize what true love means. And I mean, I don't agree with freaking Claire coming in and freaking Muhammad Aliing his ass like that in there. I was not, that was a shock when she just starts slapping him. I was like, wait a minute. But the end result was good. So whatever. So he needed to snap out of it, like get back to reality. And the beautiful thing was that he admitted these really something that he would feel like would be shameful, but it's like the human body. We have pleasure sensors everywhere in our body. Like, it doesn't matter who touches you. If you get touched in any way, it feels good. It just is what it is. And so to be able to admit to that, to say all the stuff that he was holding on to, freed him. It freed his soul. And he could say that to Claire because Claire loved him and loves him 100%. And they have a mutual trust. So they could just talk and it was safe. It was a safe place to do that. And Claire's like, I love you. I would, this is nothing. Like, we're going to work through it. I don't know how, but we're going to work through it. I don't care. And that was just beautiful. So I can only wish that type of love upon everyone, everybody. I really, truly wish that love upon everybody. It's just, that's something really special and important to have. And yeah, it was just beautiful to see that. Beautiful to see the support from Murtaugh and all the Angus and Rupert, Willie. Now we're going to France. I mean, I'm there too somehow. And Claire is pregnant. So just all these beautiful things. It was also beautiful. I don't know if it was this episode or the last one, but her telling that priest everything was also really beautiful. Telling her just the deepest, darkest secrets, the things that she would be afraid to tell anybody, and him being like, yeah, that's a miracle. But it's just so interesting how she somehow does blame herself. Like, she feels like it's her fault. And I did talk about this like curse, this weird curse that does happen because of her choice, but it's still not her fault. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I hope we kind of dive into that more. Like, we see more about that, like the why. But yeah, it's crazy that her last name is Randall and Fraser. Like, that is so weird. Strange. Like, that man used to be her husband, or, you know, in another life in the future. It's just crazy. But yeah, this was great. It was great. A great way to end the first season. And I'm excited to keep going and keep watching this series. And yeah, it's just a beautiful show. It's very beautiful. That's all for now. I survived it. I did it. I didn't think I would, but I did it. And I'm just thankful that everything's okay so far. But it'll be, I hope we get to see Jamie, like, his recovery and like, you know, how it will be going forward. But I have faith that he'll be okay because he has Claire. And yeah, but that's all. Thank you so much for watching with me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.